God and creation. While this chapter needs no introduction, there are many people who do not relate to any concept of God. Reading this could be an enlightening process leading us to review our own ideas of creation, sometimes unquestioned since first receiving them. Tom, it was necessary in the beginning to have a structured form of religion. The error was with those religionists who began to have control over others, and to make themselves important instead of the understanding. Humankind is now revolting against this, and at this time there are those who are attempting to form a new religion. It is the old attempting to take the new and mold it in its own dimension. This is out of doubt and fear. Remember that this is the only planet of complete and total free will. John, we are likely to be asked in the future the question, what is God? Now we have some idea ourselves, but we would like to present a consistent and understandable answer to those who ask. Tom, what is God to you? John, well, there's many ways I could answer that. I could say that God is the ultimate, or love, or Tom, it is unified infinite intelligence, supported with pure love. And it grows with pure love. It is absolute faith and absolute love. That is God. If you have doubts that we exist, we do understand. But remember that in each of you there is God, and in each of us there is God, because God is love, and love is with us all. And if you doubt our existence at times, then remember what I have said to you, with God all things are possible, and God is love. And keep your love pure, because through this, then this planet and this universe will be evolved, and we will all become one with God. You are witnesses to Him, to the being that is the universe. And remember this, you are also the universe, because you are one with God. When you understand that you hold within each of you the total power to change all, and you accept that, you truly become a divine being. Also, when you understand that what you term religions have in reality emanated from those of physical civilizations, then you must also begin to understand more about the Supreme One that is unknown. Do not create gods from physical beings, do not give power to physical beings, except inasmuch as you consider yourselves equal to them. Understand that your planet Earth is on a precipice. If the pollutionary direction is not abated, it can contaminate your planet Earth to the degree that physical beings may not exist upon it. It would not destroy it, but a physical being would not be able to live. Most important, be joyful, and know that you hold within your core, your center, your hand, the ability to create transformation. You are not here by coincidence, you are here because you asked and chose to be. Know that because of you we exist also, and we love you for that. Yes. May we explain to you the one God? Andrew, yes, I would be most anxious to know. Tom, imagine an umbrella, and each of the spokes of the umbrella, of which there are 12, would then feed to the top. It is the top that is one God, and it is actually of 12. Andrew, is there a little point on the top geometrically? Tom, yes. The energy is fed and becomes the one. All the 12 feed to the one that becomes one. But the one cannot exist without the 12. It is the balance and the harmony, and it is what keeps the universe in harmony. It is this system by which there is not one that is in more control than another, but in unison together. Do you understand? Andrew, yes. Except for one point, does the one who is made of the 12 indeed have an individuality of his own? Can he, so to speak, talk back to some of the 12, or is he the summation? Tom, he is a summation, but he may speak. Do you understand? You do not understand. Andrew, yes I do. I think I understand. It's a very complex, sophisticated notion. Tom, in the beginning there was one that understood that he needed to be of 12. So all the 12 is in truth the one, do you understand? Andrew. Yes, I see they became parts of him in the beginning. Tom, yes. While the number 12 is vital to the above conversation, during the communications of May 1994, Tom asked me to make it quite clear that this use of the number 12 does not refer to the council, nor should it be used by humankind as a cultist number, and finally to be aware that there could be some output channelings, information from civilizations not comprehending and saying that they are the 12. Guest, I wonder if you could comment on the Big Bang Theory. Recent satellite research 19,921 seems to have strengthened this theory. Tom, Altia has said it is this way. You know of the Creator. You know that what the Creator created was an energy. You know that energy was in aloneness, in a void, and then in that aloneness that which created, intelligent, had only itself, which was all-knowing, all wonder, all creativeness, encompassing all. But it is a truism that in the mind one can create a thought of expanding the mind with self. That which created came to the realization that expansion of all knowingness, of created intelligence, of forward expansion, would give more joyfulness, more quintessence. We do not know how to explain. It is knowing and not knowing at the same time. Over a period of time, if you play a game with your mind in your head, you reach a point in your mind where you know every game, is that not so? Therefore, to create a game in which all parts of you had a choice to do as that part wished, but were connected, it would then create a game in which you did not know the results. Would that not be more jollyful? Then the supposition came, how do we create that game? Not we, you understand, the Creator thought this. It is we and all. It is you and all. So what is the best way to create that game? You can put it in a sphere and jumble it around, but then you would recognize every part within the sphere, would you not? Therefore, is it not better to release those energies to the most distant arenas? That is what happened. It was the releasing of the energy of the Creator that created. The intelligence that said, I know all I do, now I do not know all I do, and I do know all I do. If you were to tell humankind it is a game, they would not understand. John, maybe it can be explained because it is a beautiful concept that the Big Bang is the greatest game in town. Tom, universe. Is a town a universe? Yes. Council has said a town is a universe, yes. Guest, so you are confirming that the Big Bang astronomical theory of the beginning of the physical universe is the right kind of direction for scientists to follow. Tom, that is correct. Guest, there is a question related to this, which is to do with a statement you have made several times. That is, you created us, and out of that creation you were created. Can you explain this a bit more? Tom, do you understand creation? Guest, I don't know whether I fully understand it, but I believe I basically understand it. Tom, without you we do not exist. Without us you do not exist. Guest, the thing which concerns humans is that we get the sense that the Creator created us in a sequence of cause and effect. Tom, it is this way, did we not explain that we are part of the created? Guest, certainly you have. Tom, so the Creator, without all cells and particles, is not complete. So when all cells and particles came together, that was the creation of infinite intelligence Creator. Example, there is a forest. In this forest there are many trees, and there are no humans, and there are no animals in it. Those trees begin to fall, and there is none to prove that there was a tree. For without the observation, there was nothing happening, is that not so? Without the ears to hear, there was no sound, is that not so? Therefore, without those necessary ingredients for creation, there was not creation. It is an exchange. Then that which was created out of its own creation, which is all that is created, got bored. That is simple, is it not? Then what did that which got bored do? It exploded and sent all particles and so on to the far ends. There are no ends in the universe. Therefore all that is there knows all that all knows. It only does not know that it knows that all knows. We say this to humankind, each human knows in its innermost knowing that it is a part of the Creator, the one that is called God upon planet Earth. They know they have come from the Creator. Therefore if you come from the Creator, are you not part of it? If a mother births a child, can you say that child does not contain part of that mother? Even a mother who is implanted, that child still has the blood supply of the implanted mother, is that not so? Then why is humankind not intelligent to understand that? That which created did not remove intelligence. Does humankind prefer to remain ignorant, so there is no responsibility? Guest. Often we behave like that, but at heart I think we don't. Tom, we know they do not. Yes. Do you understand that under us there are those that you humans call gods? John, yes. As I understand it, although they are not in reality gods, they have often been called gods on earth, is that correct? Andrew. I think the best example we can think of is Jehovah, who is called God by many on earth. Tom, that is true, he is not a god, and in a sense he is a god. Do you understand the difference? We too are God. Andrew. Then there are lesser gods, you say? Tom, yes. John, it would be perhaps helpful to have a definition of the word God in that sense. You say there are lesser gods, I'm trying to see what the word God means. In that sense. Tom, we must explain. We as a total are God. 1. Do you understand? Gods that is different, do you understand? John, there is one God over other gods. The other gods are the representatives of the one God. Tom, yes. We are not representatives, but gods. There are gods of light and gods of darkness. Do you know why they are called gods? Andrew, I presume because they have extraordinary powers that are something like those of God. Tom, of which we are. Yes. John, what I'd like to try to find is what would be the dividing line, because in a sense, Tom, we in truth are eon spiritual entities formed from the divine presence. We do not call them gods, you call them gods. You understand that in your physical world, anyone who is better than you is a god. Andrew, laughing, yes, that's the general idea. We have sports gods and love gods and all kinds of gods. Mickey, could you give us an understanding of God the Creator? Tom, when you speak of God, do you mean the one that creates all? Mickey, yes. Tom, there are those that are called God that are appendages to God, that also create. But there is one, the highest, that is of the purest light, that is a composite of all, that creates all. Each soul in the whole universe came directly from the true Creator, so each soul is imbued with this energy. There is a collection of beings that generate outward points of this source, but when they come together as one pure energy of collectiveness, then that energy becomes what you call God that creates all. Each of these entities has individual knowledge or principle, but not of the whole. There is only one that has the whole. When those energies that you call negative upon your planet Earth attempt to destroy, attempt to control others, it is because they are in competition with God, the one Creator. For in their cells they know the divinity within them, and their personality takes hold, and they then attempt to be God. It is sad, yes. Mickey, thank you. So in my understanding God also represents the negative side. Tom, that is not so. God created all, and that which became the negative went in competition with God, He does not represent them. I will attempt to explain. The council has said I must try. There are gardeners who have been to this planet Earth. They are those who seeded this planet. You are a gardener, we will explain it in this way, as you know in your planting, you plant each seed with equal love, with equal nurture, with all that is necessary for it to grow strong and straight, in a manner of purity. There are some that are weak and some that are strong. There are those that you plant that become stronger to the point that they then may strangle others, is this not so? Then you must remove, weed, transplant. But the Creator does not weed, does not interfere in free will, as you do with your plants. Then those who attempt to strangle and to take over others are fed by the energies of what you call negative, as we are fed by love, and they then begin to strangle all. They go in competition with that planted them, that created them. Is this some clarity for you? Mickey, yes. So originally, what is now the negative ones came from the Creator, but did God leave them? Tom, when you say did God leave them, we understand not. Do you mean did He forsake them? Do you mean He threw them out? Mickey, yes. Tom, no one can compete with God, for they have not truth within, for God is a collection of purity, which means only goodness for all the universe. They threw themselves out by going in competition and having the desire to become all that is. That is not possible, for in order to do that you must return to God. That is the sadness, they had not patience for understanding. They are attempting to disrupt the work of the universe. If you have one that you have loved, nurtured, fed, and have transferred great love to, and all you wished from it was for it to grow in beauty, straightness, flexibility, and love, giving as it has been given to, but it chooses not to do that, then there comes a time when you come to a realization that it must find for itself that it may not destroy others, and so in the universe it is not discarded, but it is also not fed and supported, for that which loves it, it attempts to destroy. What we are attempting to say is that God did not discard, but He does not help, for the negative refuses help. Is that clear? David, can you tell me how you, as the nine, relate to what we would call the Holy Spirit? Tom, it is the Holy Spirit that governs us. There is the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit, is that not so? Dare we say to you, you are the sons, and through us emanates the one of Holy Spirit. And then there is the Father. John, I'd like to ask now about a biblical statement, in the beginning there was the Word. Can you explain this in a way that we can begin to really understand what that means? Tom, in the beginning there was the Word, that is a translation error. But if you take it to mean that the Creator came forth and said, that is, that I am, will be. First, before the manifestation of any method or any creation, there was the communication of being. John, yes, I think I understand. What we would call the intentionality is explicit and thought precedes action. Tom, that is exactness, yes. By adding communication, it is strengthened. Mickey, I was thinking of the statement God created man in his own image. Can you comment on that? Tom, that is correct. Which means that all that he is you are, all that he knows you know, all that is good is contained within you, all that is pure is contained within you. And know this, that God knows that in order to manifest the Spirit of God and soul within you, it is necessary to be in a physical form for that soul to function upon a physical vehicle, a planet, a physical form that has evolved to the stage of having 2 arms and 2 legs, and the senses to see, or feel, or touch, or hear. And you also have the sense of knowing. Mickey, thank you. Can you comment on the importance of consciousness? Tom, consciousness is that elevation of humankind into a sphere of connection with that they created. You know that you created God, and that God created you. Do you know that? Mickey, no. Tom, do you know that God could not exist without your creation, and that you could not exist without his creation of you? Mickey, yes, I get it now. Tom, yes. That is the importance of consciousness.